My name is Jamie, and this is the vlog for October 3rd, 2020. It is 9:40-ish at night. I'm on my laptop this time in the kitchen. Half the lights are off because it's almost bedtime. So, like I said, 9:40-ish. I'm a little tired. I'm anemic. I'm always tired. So, um, anyway, today was Saturday. It was a really weird Saturday because it's been foggy all day. And I don't mean just like a little bit of fog that kind of lingers. I mean like 6 a.m. fog all day. Driving down the end of our street, you wouldn't be able to see houses um like more than, I don't know, 300 feet in front of you, if that. All day. It never let up. It was weird. Um so yeah. So it was the last kettlebells and coffee this morning, um, which was kind of sad, but I'm really glad it got me in the routine of getting up, working out Saturday mornings, because my kettlebell and coffee mate is able to do her volunteer stuff at the zoo again. So it's super exciting. Um, I guess it means life is returning to normal, or the zoo really, really, really needs people, but maybe both. I don't know. So I saw a couple of clients today outside, and then we took a drive into Gig Harbor, kind of let the kid take a nap. She was super tired and just kind of lazy today. She did do some scootering with the hubs for a while I was working. Um, she's not a big fan of her bike she got for her birthday. Big fan of scooter though, so sort of a win. Scooter came later. Uh, let's see, what else was today? We went to a special little spot in Gig Harbor to see if they had any mochi donuts to share. They were out by the time we got there because it was late afternoon. So it really doesn't surprise me, but it was nice to just kind of get the heck out of Dodge for a hot minute. Uh, let's see, what else is there? Feel good about my job. Things are going well on that front. We're talking about different small home improvements we can make in the meantime. I found about a website that will deliver free logs for fire or free wood chips, which we are in need of for the front yard. Free is totally better than paid any day of the week at this point. I don't really care what color they are, where they show up. I like free. So, so I think we're going to sign up for that when we're ready to go. A cup of cinnamon, hot tea with honey. Throat's a little raw today. Not sure if it's from talking or postnasal drip from all the allergens in the air or what. Not COVID. Knock, knock, knock. Um, just life, I guess. And yeah, that's about it. So I read an article today, and it was probably fictional. It was a story that just talked about uh, a boy who grew up in being raised by a single mom, and his neighbor was this kindly older gentleman, and the kindly older gentleman really wanted him to have a male force in his life, so he kind of embraced him as a father figure in some ways, or as a supportive adult male. So he passed away. Kid grows up, he passed away, and at the guy's funeral, he finds out that the guy's most cherished possession was his time with this then little boy. Watching him grow up and spending time with him and things like that. And it reminded me when I was a kid and I was super depressed, right around fourth or fifth grade, even though I went to an all Lutheran school and life wasn't bad. I was constantly bullied from like second or third grade on. I was bigger than all the other girls. There were only 5 or 6 other girls in my class. I was not like them. I didn't care about the latest music trends or clothing trends, or I was into musical theater. I was the only one. Um, and I wrote and I was into fantasy and things like that, and these kids just weren't. So I was an outcast a lot as a kid. And around fourth or fifth grade, that led to thoughts of suicide. I didn't do anything. Uh, didn't mean I didn't plan it out in my head, but what kept me at that age from suicide, even being a good little Lutheran girl and knowing I'd probably go to hell, um, as that belief system, I don't know, not all suicides go to hell, but it's a real gray area there. Um, so was what kept me from acting on it was knowing that my parents would be sad and these wonderful people who took me in and raised me would be crying because of something I did, and that was too much for me to bear. And their love really saw me through those times. And by the time I got to high school, remember this was like fourth or fifth grade. By the time I got to high school, I was finally in a public school system, so I was exposed to more kids. So if somebody didn't like me, it wasn't a big deal because I could make friends with these 150 kids, rather than I have a class of 24 kids I've been with since kindergarten. They didn't like me last year. They're not going to like me next year, and there's not that many of us to go around. Um, so that story that I read today reminded me of those times and kind of got me thinking, like I said, what got me through that was thinking about, well, who would come to my funeral? Well, my parents, and they would be very sad. It got me thinking about like all the connections that I've made now, like who would show up, not that I'm going to do anything. I'm so not suicidal. Life is good. Um, but like what would that look like now? And it's amazing to see the connections that I've made and the people's lives that I've touched through work, through life, through friendship. And I guess um, I wanted to share that because COVID is weird and it does weird things to all of us, and isolation does weird things to all of us. Um, not being able to look someone in the eye when they're close to you because you don't want to breathe on each other, wondering if it's okay to walk next to someone or going around things to pass them. My kiddo and I and the hubs went into a craft store tonight, and I was very conscious of having to go around aisles and things because I didn't want the kiddo standing right next to somebody else, and if it was avoidable. And in a lot of ways it was. Sometimes it wasn't, which was fine. I didn't have a spaz attack if we had to pass somebody closer range. But it did make me think about those things that I normally wouldn't be on my radar a year ago. So with that said, there is a lot of resurgence of mental illness and depression and things like that. And even though we're not seeing the people we connect with all the time, um, I'm pretty sure we've all made some amazing connections that are worth being around for. And I don't know if anybody's watching this. Maybe the 12 people I watch it. But, um, even if you can't, even if it's rough and you can't do it for you, or you don't feel like you have those connections right now. Like I did not feel like I had them in third or fourth or fifth grade. And I don't discount the feelings of a kid because they are just as valuable and important as the feelings of an adult, you know? So anyway, yeah, you never know whose lives you've touched or will touch in the future. Um, I really appreciated that reading that story today because the most valuable thing we have here is time. People pay us for it. We can't take it back. We can't get more. We can't make up for it. Once it's gone, it's gone. So I guess the moral of the story is I'm paying close attention to where I spend my time. And with that said, I'm almost 10 minutes in. I got other people I need to go spend my time with. Today was good, full, busy, foggy. Hopefully tomorrow will be better.